Hello, Star Citizens, and welcome to another Star Citizen Nightly. Surprisingly, another big one. I wasn't actually thinking that we were going to have another big one, but this one is actually pretty big. So here we have it, a Star Citizen Nightly. So still can't say what the ship is going to be that we're doing for our giveaway, but make sure you like or dislike a video on the channel. Make sure you leave a comment, make sure you're subscribed, and you will be entered to win that. The more times you do that, obviously, the more chances you have to win. And we will announce that winter in the first week of September, which is the next month. So let's just hop right into this thing because there's some interesting stuff like a new launcher. Let's start with that. So it says there's going to be a tutorial for new it's launcher 2.0.2 tutorial for new launcher users, debug tools, fix access for gifted game packages, set minimum size on launcher first opening. I don't know what spamming play pause button means. Fix some there's some errors, so make sure you pause and read those errors. Yeah, so fixed a few small things. It's not like a major launcher update. I guess it is if you had a gifted game package. And I know I've given away some game packages in the last month. So yeah, sorry if you couldn't play. I didn't know that was gonna be a thing. So yeah, I think they had workarounds for it though, because they have this thing called RC packs. So I'm actually gonna go down and read some of these comments because the staff was really active on this one. So this one says, is it possible to add an optional script pop-up to delete the user folder after patch updates? This would be a nice quality of life improvement and a nice function for the community as a whole to hopefully reduce the amount of issues user experience for not deleting these files. So boom. If you didn't know, you are supposed to delete your user folder and this app data thing after you do a patch update. If you're having issues. So I'm using Vulkan now because I just want to get used to like what the performance is on Vulkan. And yeah, with Vulkan, it seems like it's not as big of an issue, but we'll see. I have to play a little bit more and figure that out. Also forgot to say, I was a little late on starting my work on these commercials. So the majority of that work is going to be done tomorrow. I'm going to just try to knock out as many of them as I can tomorrow because I forgot that you actually have to leave time for people to vote on them. So yeah, yeah, I'll be working on my commercials tomorrow. So you'll start seeing the little 30-second videos pop up, most likely as YouTube shorts. Yeah, I think that's the way they're going to pop. That's the only way it makes sense, I think. So, and then of course I will upload those to the community thing. So there you have it. Yeah, moving on, there was some more stuff here. Any news on being forced to re-authenticate way more often than the old launcher? It's not part of this update, but we're working on it. Any chance you'll let us acknowledge for a while the annoying pop-up disclosure? It is part of a Q quality of life improvement that we listed. We do not have a delivery date on it, so they're working on that as well. Is there any reason you haven't added an ETA timer for downloads? Good point. It's part of the features we plan on integrating. Is there a way for the launcher to self-update? We have an auto update integrated with the launcher going from 2.01 to 2.0.2. It can take a bit of time to trigger the auto update since we fetch the new version every 10 minutes, but if you want to force the process, you can simply restart your launcher. Any chance on getting a button to clear shaders in the near future? Thank you for your feedback. We have a feature coming to answer your request. There's a lot. So they were putting in work on this one here. This person does not have a CIG logo. I just noticed. This person says turbulent, but this person does not. Interesting. My CPU usage is high when the launcher is in the foreground, but not when it's in the background. They have work for fixing that. Currently, it's kind of painful to get the new launcher to work with Linux. They are not aware of that, and they ask what issues are present there. So folks, if you are having issues with Linux, getting the launcher to work on Linux, make sure you come and you upvote this whole little section here. This is on the RSI launcher 2.02 release notes. So yeah, make sure you come in and check this out if you're a Linux user. I am not a Linux user, but I will make sure I come back in here and upvote this. So let's see what else we got. This is the last one. If you are using an RC version of the launcher, make sure you stop using the RC version of the launcher, because you will have issues, because this will say you don't have permission to sign in. So if you're having that issue, it's because you're using an RC version of the launcher. And yeah, that was it for that. We have the subscriber promotions too, and I'm gonna do those at the end. I just want to get through this other news. Gamescom is coming August 23rd, which is Friday at 4 p.m. in this place in Cologne, Germany. Then Saturday, Bar Citizen, August 24th at 6 p.m. in this place in Cologne, Germany. So a different place. So seating is limited, so they can't guarantee entrance. So make sure you show up early, like you used to for iPhones when they originally came out. Make sure you are standing in line. I would be there 2 hours early, just because I don't play those games. If I want to be somewhere, and I know there's going to be a lot of people, I'm going to be there super early to make sure that I get a seat. So yes, I wish I lived in Germany, but I already spent my money on, we spent our money, my wife and I spent our money on me going to CitizenCon, so I will not be able to join you. I know there's a lot of people that watch from Germany, so I appreciate your viewership. At some point I will come to Germany though. I don't know when, and it may not be soon, but at some point I will come to one of these huge Gamescom events, because I've always wanted to go to a Gamescom. I want to go to every major gaming event at least once, and I want to go to Comic-Con. So San Diego Comic-Con. So yeah, I have a lot of things that I want to do. Yeah, so I want to get one of these puzzles too, so I'll probably be going to a Bar Citizen soon just to get one of those things anyway. Yeah, and I want to meet some of these team members. I have not been to a Bar Citizen yet, so I'm looking forward to that. I didn't see any news on this, so moving on, we're gonna go here to the website changes. They are revamping the website. The RSI homepage is getting revamped. There's going to be a new platform navigation bar on the RSI homepage. The Star Citizen game page will get an update, and the pledge store will get refreshed. This is huge, folks. This is huge. I don't know how long it's been since they have updated this website. I'm hoping that with an update to the pledge store, they actually update the information on the ships. I doubt that's going to happen, but I'm hoping that that's included, because it looks like it's more of an aesthetic overhaul. But yeah, I hope it at least like links to better information, or like just shows information, because let's hop into it real quick, right? If I go to the pledge store and let's just click on, well, I don't want to click on just random anything. I want to click on an actual ship. So let's go to an actual ship here. I want to go to a bigger ship. Let's go to the Raft. All right, so you start here. You got your quick little overview of what the ship does. You have your flight ready button, but you don't have a pay button, obviously. Now, if I'm long-term Star Citizen, so I know that not having a button here means that the ship is currently not for sale. But somebody else who might go to like the Aurora MR page and then come here might be like, well, why can't I buy this ship? I want to buy this ship, right? It should say this ship is not currently for sale. Just basic information. Doesn't say that. These and maybe this is just my browser, I don't know, but I haven't seen this be better. But why is this so separated from the picture itself? And why is it only taking up part of the web page? You see all this black space here? It doesn't make any sense. The black space here just doesn't make any sense. And then this is not intuitive. That people won't necessarily know that this is here. They might click on this though, so maybe they won't have to click on that. But still, I'm not there that intuitive. This is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping they update these just to make them more accurate. This system, it took me a while just to learn how to read it. And like, you click on it and it's still kind of hard to understand. It would make more sense if I clicked on this and then it showed me like this is what the weapon looks like. You know, not the exact weapon, but like it showed two weapons or a fuel intake. It just showed, okay, this has a fuel intake, but it has two of them, and then just showed two fuel intakes of just a random ship. With weapons though, it would make sense though if it showed a weapon and then showed like, oh, if I'm looking at a turret, it shows what a quad turret looks like versus just a regular turret, which 2 guns versus 4 guns. I think that would make sense. Because right now, I know it took me at least a year and a half to figure this system out. I was still trying to figure out what this stuff meant. And I know this is supposed to like explain it, but I didn't know what a mount was. I was like, and then I didn't understand the sizes. It just took way more research than was necessary. I like the 3D thing. And this is what I think. Oh, I think these are really cool, but I don't like these controls down here. I just wish they were a little bit more intuitive. But yeah, I might start using these in my videos though, just because I've noticed that sometimes like I use like random footage from when I was playing the game. And this might be a little bit more professional. And then specifications, all this information is stuff that they know. I don't know why it's just not in there. It just makes sense for it to be in there. I'm not sure why this is repeated in here. I'd rather just have more information like the ammo capacity, or not ammo capacity, the capacitor capacity. Yeah, that sounds right. I'd like to know how much hydrogen fuel it has, stuff like that. Like put information in here that we want, rather than just repeating the description. Yeah, and then it says like similar ships, right? But since when is the Aurora similar to the Raft? Because it does cargo? The CL maybe. I just, that doesn't make sense to me. The Freelancer is a cargo ship, but like, no, not really. If anything, it should be like the MPUV being similar, the SRV because it's Argo, I guess. I don't know, but they both can carry large containers. So yeah. So anyway, you could see that we need some changes. So I'm hoping that this is big. But another thing that I want to point out, and this I think is actually really interesting. This user Watcher XP pointed out that the Concierge program update, it says it has been 2 years, 10 months, and 5 days since the last update on that project, which stated more coming down the pipe. We're feeling good about the direction we're taking the program. And then, yeah, nothing. That is 100% true. So I don't know if it's 5 days now, because this was yesterday, so it'd be 6 days. So it has been a long time since we got some of that stuff. I don't mind waiting for that stuff because it's like, whatever, it's Concierge program. Like, you know, a bunch of people spent a bunch of money on the game, like, and they want free stuff or whatever. So like, whatever. And I spent 10 plus on the game. So like, I'm one of those people, but I acknowledge that it's completely ridiculous, right? So I'm not worried about it. All I want to know is that when it does happen, I want it to be good. So like, don't make us wait on it for it to be trash. If it's going to be trash, just give it to us now and I'll take the trash now. But if it's going to be good, then I'll wait. You know, I don't mind waiting, because whatever, like, that's not a big deal. And so this is interesting. Somebody was like, should we get, this person said grenade glint, but that's not what it's about. It's actually saying that grenade damage should incapacitate you if it explodes next to your face. And basically this person was this Zach Priest, who's often the person who speaks on these. They said it's more of a tool, and it knocks people to the ground. It takes big HP and it gives you a positional advantage. So the idea, I'm assuming, is that in the future, if you have heavy armor on, a grenade is not actually enough to just completely destroy your armor, but it will take a massive amount of your HP. So it's very possible that you can hold a grenade next to your face and it not kill you, because it's the future. So it does make sense that in the future, oh, this person actually says it. I am curious, is all this with 800 year in the future armor, or does this happen in plain clothes? Yeah, I'm assuming that 800 years of working on armor is gonna get us to where we can take explosive to the face, because there's stuff that you can wear right now, that exists right now, where you can take a hand grenade to the face and it's going to hurt the shit out of you, and it might kill you. But there's a chance you will survive if you're wearing the right shit. You know, and is it suggested that you do that? No, do not try that at home. Don't do that. I don't even know where you would get a grenade from, but don't do that. But the idea is that, like, if there's stuff that exists that makes that possible now, in 800 years in the future, it's not a stretch that you'll be able to hold a grenade to your face. I think they are thinking more along the lines of, like, you know, modern day, or like, you know, Call of Duties, you know, Battlefield, stuff like that. Obviously, it makes sense that if you hold a grenade in those games, you would be unalived. But in this particular scenario, in the future, you have to take the thing that you're thinking, like, how should this work, and then be like, how should this work now, and then think, how, if it works that way now, how should it work in the future? And that will save you some time. All right, now let's talk about the Wave 1 new patch notes. So still same testing feedback as last time. This is a big known issue. So when I went into 3.24, I spent so much time just hanging out in the hangar because it was just fun to me that I never actually attempted to leave. Oh, and I owe you guys that footage. I will put that up. It should be up in the morning. This video is coming out super late at night. It'll be out like 3 a.m. or something like that. But the video of me like walking around the hangar and stuff, that should be out sometime in the morning. And yeah, you could see that whole thing. It was very interesting. If you want to see some 3.24, like, just, you know, the what the hangars are like, I did as much as I could in the hangar. I plan on doing more, like kind of a part 2, so to speak, where I kind of decorate, because that's the only thing I didn't do. Well, there's 2 things I didn't do. I didn't put any cargo into the hangars and take it out, and I didn't decorate. So I'll do that in the next video. So, but this is big. Personal hangars do not open when contacting ATC to take off or land at a destination. This is huge. I didn't know that. A lot of people were saying they could not get out of their personal hangars, which is massive. That's massive. I don't know how we went a whole patch without that being fixed. That is huge. Imagine being on your home planet and just like not being able to leave unless you join a party and go into somebody else's hangar. It's not like we have the option to go into other hangars. Like, that's it. Like, it's very interesting. I suppose if you have a small enough ship, you could go to the garage. I don't know if you can spawn ships on. I've never actually tried to spawn a ship at the garage, but if you can, I suppose you could go to the garage if you're on New Babbage, and you could spawn a small ship and then leave that way. But that's so weird to have to do that. Yeah, that's a massive one, so I hope they fix that. But this is the biggest thing. The 2 biggest things. Added slight boundary violation grace time to planet kill volumes for vehicles. That helps with random deaths while flying close to planet surfaces and water. So, interestingly enough, I don't know if this is true, but like, my first thought is that I watched the Morphologist video where Morphologist was playing with Luke from Linus Tech Tips. And what was so interesting is that he played and he flew really close to the water and then he crashed. And it happens to all of us, right? But then they immediately fixed that. I thought that was just, I know it's just probably a coincidence, but that was just super interesting. Like, I watched that video yesterday and then today it was fixed. Now, I know the video came out like a few days ago, but still, that was just very interesting. Then, yeah, I guess this is probably the biggest thing. They made the Hornet and Arrow aerodynamic adjustments to avoid unintended behaviors while yawing in atmosphere. So if you have a Hornet or an Arrow, the aerodynamics on those probably just improved. Now, I know that now that the Hornet Mark 1 has been retired, I'm gonna assume in all future things that when they say Hornet, they are talking about the Mark 2. And I'm gonna assume they're no longer even mentioning Mark 1 stuff. So yeah, I'm assuming this is Hornet Mark 2 and Arrow. They just got better in atmosphere, so that's cool. So They fixed a few things. This is some audio, hearing stuff in other players' hangars. That is a little weird because you're like looking around like what's going on? Is my stuff moving? And then ships spawning at the bottom of the elevator without being raised up, preventing access. The ASOP terminals for ground vehicles at Loreville gates get stuck on infinite load, accessing list of ships. So that was a big one. When docking or retrieving a ship to a docking port at a station, the docking arm not extending. They fixed the ESP curvature tuning. Does not save between play sessions. Cargo crates can be counted towards multiple objectives. I just saw a video on that, so I'm assuming that was like a exploit of some sort. I don't know if it counts as an exploit. I don't think people were doing it like to make more money. I think it just allowed them to finish cargo missions, or not cargo missions, delivery missions faster. So I'm not sure about that. Hangar instance elevators can be called and arrive at the current floor, but the doors do not open. Yes, that happened to me, but this is saying Grimhex. But that happened to me before, and maybe I just didn't know what I was doing though. Unable to purchase or sell commodities from the kiosk through auto loading. Using the bed log out while beside a distribution center will teleport the ship to the center of Stanton. Yeah, that's not so great. Players are unable to use any vehicle services when landed at Grimhex. And then they fixed the audio notification that says kick from channel. So a few bug fixes. I only read those when it's like stuff that affects, a lot of people. Like if it's Evocati or something like that, like you won't see it unless you're Evocati and you're already very aware of what's wrong with it. But I only read the features, gameplay, and the bug fixes, and if there's a change in the testing feedback focus. But yeah, that's the patch I just updated. So I hope you updated your launcher and then updated to the new patch. And let's talk about the subscriber promotion. I'm looking at this picture now. I do like the cups. This one looks like it's made out of some like clay, but some of the structure on it makes it look a little older. And this looks like an inflatable Corsair. I'm more interested in this stuff back here, but welcome to our subscriber promotion. So we get a Drake Interplanetary Corsair plushie. We get an ornate gourd. I'm actually glad it's that one because I think I like that one a little more than that one. And then this is the one that you can buy, but it is temporarily delayed and will be available in the upcoming patch. Oh, okay. So all of this stuff is delayed. I guess that we're getting it in 3.24. So that would make sense. I'm not particularly pressed to get either one of these because they're like, yeah, that's okay. Whenever we get stuff like this, I'm like, it's cool, but I'm not particularly interested in it. It's more going to be stuff that I just like decorate my house with. I actually would like this little towel here though. Yeah. So I mean, this is just stuff that's going to be like, you walk into my house or my hangar and you'll just see stuff like this laying around. And then the vehicles of the month are the raft. Look at that. I didn't even do that on purpose. Didn't know that was even but the raft and the SRV, I just literally talked about those. That was cool. Look, I'm just so ahead of my time with this stuff that I just I could talk about these a little bit. The SRV is cool because not only can it move ships, but it can move containers. But I'm still waiting for it to get some better missions for me to really say it's worth the money. If you're really interested in bringing ships to a certain place, then it's cool. I do think it's really cool if you just happen to have one, to take ships that are like going to combat areas, like high combat areas, dragging the ships and then dragging the ships away and then coming back with your reclaimer. I would drag all the ships I can to like this one area and then, leave them there, mark it, and then come back with my reclaimer and just eat and munch all of those ships and then rinse and repeat. I think that's a really cool way to use the SRV. This isn't the use case video for the SRV though, so I'm not going to talk that much about it, but it's a cool thing. The raft is one that I constantly consider buying a raft, just because I'm going to have a lot of cargo things that I need to fill, with a lot of cargo stuff. So the ability to move 3 gigantic containers at the same time, and the fact that this thing has tractor beams is pretty big, and it's fairly cool to use. I love the interior. I love the design of the ship. But yeah, I can't justify buying it outside the game. So it would definitely be an in-game purchase, but it's not that expensive. So if this was somebody's starter ship, I wouldn't be mad at it. I think you could do better, but you know, it carries a lot of cargo for that price. So I can't particularly be mad at you. And it's a cool looking ship, and there's a ton of skins for it. So yeah, I'm not super stoked about the in-game rewards. I like that the raft and SRV are available though. But yeah, another month of me not really telling people to subscribe, because I like this stuff, but again, I need more than this if I'm going to tell people to just hop in the game. And I would like it more if this stuff was geared towards the events, right? Like we're going into Ship Showdown, right? So I get this one, but maybe, I guess maybe this does make sense. No, it should be more decorative stuff. I guess it's a decorative cup. I don't know. I'm trying to make it make sense, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And what do those have to do? The SRV, maybe I don't see the point of this one. I think it was just Argo this month, but I definitely see the point of this one with the cargo patching coming. But I feel like, you know, giving these a little bit of ship love too would make sense, because I got into this one and I couldn't get the tractor beams to work. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, oh, and shout out to my channel members. I always forget to do it at the beginning of the video, but I want to give a quick shout out to my channel members. I think I'm trying to remember the names because I only have 9, so it shouldn't be that hard. Okay. So mea culpa, folks. I got some new channel members. So yeah. This is cool. I got a lot of channel members joining. So shout out to Teak541, Darsh. What's up, Darsh? Appreciate you. Ristal, Meat Salad. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. You all are awesome. Like this, I don't even, this is awesome. Wow. I'm like a little speechless. People are like joining as members to this channel. I'm sorry, I'm not used to, like, I don't know. It's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you. Again, this like really helps the channel. Like this allows me to give you know, better rewards and stuff. And like, even if CIG was to give me a ship, it would allow me to like upgrade it or include like, you know, a skin with it, which I try to do that sometimes anyway. But yeah, it's just really cool to see that people are supporting the channel. So shout out Scorpio King 3 and Radium TX. You know, I want to say Radium Texas. I want to say Radium Texas. And then Rage 1, I think upgraded. So we got Wakanyosai, Rage 1, Radium TX, Scorpio King 3, all high level. Wow. Radium TX is Jonin. Wow. That's awesome. If you don't know, if you didn't know like how I do the levels, these are all taken from Naruto. Yes, I'm a nerd. If you didn't, I mean, you should be able to tell, right? Like I make videos about Star Citizen. So like that should be very obvious from the way I talk anyway. But yeah, I took all this from just the levels from Naruto, because you know, billionaire ninjas and all that. So wow, I'm sorry, I'm having a moment. This is awesome. If you didn't know, the member program, there's multiple levels, and you know, you get certain things if you are a member on the channel. So you know, you can go, it's best to do it on a computer, because if you do it on a computer, then you're guaranteed to see everything. Whereas if you do it on your phone, you might not see the join button. And when you hit the join button, it'll show you a bunch of options and it'll tell you what you get for each level. So yeah, I am deeply appreciative of everybody who is a member. So thank you. I have to make a new screenshot of all this. I literally was not expecting to get more members, so I just have like a saved screenshot of the members. This is awesome. Anyway, I'll stop gushing. Thank you. I appreciate all of you, members or not. I appreciate everybody who watches the videos. Thanks for spending your time with us. I will see you in the next one. Peace.